What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video here at SCH Media. As always, I appreciate every single one of you guys here for tuning into this video. Part 3 now of this series of B-swapping my Civic to a B18B, JDM B18B. Last time I want to get this out of the way. We were at 81 subscribers when I posted that video asking you guys to subscribe and everything, as I do in all of them. We're now at 86 subscribers. That video was only posted less than 2 weeks ago, so appreciate the love, guys. I hope that means some good stuff for the future, the series, and the channel in general as we grow here together. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. SCH Media, SCH Media. I'm Danny. I don't say that a lot in my videos. I'm Danny or Luis. A lot of people know me by either or. That's my name. I think this is the first time I ever actually say it in one of these intros. I'm talking to myself here, so it's like introducing myself by my name doesn't really cross my mind. But anyways, subscribe, guys, please. It would mean a lot to me. We're almost at 100. Hopefully we can hit that soon. And let's get into this video where hopefully we're gonna get it started. Stay along with me, stick with me, and let's take this to glory. Let's get to this. I have the oil lines all hooked up. The oil pan is on. I put RTB last night. It's been about 12 hours. Still haven't put any oil in it. Obviously this is hooked up, all that's hooked up. I put coolant in there just to kind of check before I ran anything, make sure there's no leaks. There was a line down right there, if you can see, right there, that I literally completely forgot about. I didn't see it at all. After looking at the diagram, I actually had the little piece it's supposed to go into. It's to down there, and then that part goes to a little hose right over here, right underneath these right here. Connected the battery, checked to just make sure I didn't somehow blow of use. Everything looks fine there. I've seen a lot of things that it's not good to obviously run the turbo without a tune. I'm gonna tune it 100% before I actually start running it. But I mean, to test it and everything, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hook everything up. I'm gonna just obviously try and avoid boosting. So just drive it like a grandma. Drive it really slow. I'm not gonna be driving it a lot anyways, obviously. I don't even have the half shaft yet, so I can't even go down on its own power yet. I'm gonna get the half shaft. If I have all that, test it around. I'm gonna try and not touch it as much as I can until I have the appointment and everything set with the tuner. And that's how it's looking right now. Honestly, right now it's just the waiting game. I found, apart from this, backward there's that big pipe that goes in the back of the block. I can't remember what it is, but on that side, try and show you guys over here, it was leaking. It scared me because I saw it ran down slowly towards the oil pan, and you would see the coolant dripping from over here and over there, the oil pan. So I thought somehow coolant got into the oil pan, and I was freaking out because I'm like, no way, did I miss a seal or something that was making the coolant go directly to the oil pan? That would have, my heart dropped. But luckily figured it out. It's somewhere down here. I don't think you guys can see because it's a little too dark, but it's right over here. So as of right now, while we're waiting, I'm probably gonna go in and I'm gonna change the oil filter. I bought this is the oil I'm running, in case anyone's wondering. 10W30 Castrol GTX, and this is gonna be the filter that I run right here. I usually use Mobile One. The STP was, this is an old engine. You guys look over here on right there. That's a Mobile One right there. Let me change the filter, do a little more waiting, and see what we could do. Also connected the ECU. I'm running a PR4. That's from the early Integras. I still need to do the shift linkage stuff, but I kind of want to make sure that's all good up here first. Also, in case anyone was wondering over here, you saw it on the side of any of the clips. This was all power steering and cruise control. That was kind of what was here. I'm not going to be running either or, so I'm kind of just going to figure out how to plug everything up. Obviously, I don't want to turn it on and just have a bunch of fluid splurting out of there. I don't know if I mentioned replace the starter. I fixed, there was a big oil coolant leak in the back on the tube, replaced the O-rings. So right now I was checking for, I did a compression test. I ran 150 all across, which it is a cold compression test, so it is going to be lower. I found a guy on some Honda forums that said he ran, it was a different engine, but he ran 220 cold and 260 warm. So I'm like, okay, so at about 30, 40, and that's about your warm ratings. That would put these up around 180, 190 each, which is good for these engines. Compression is all right. I went to checking fuel pressure right over here. So I cracked this open right here. Crack it. You go in there, you put it in the on position. Don't crank, just put it in the on position, and this should spray out fuel for a couple seconds and stop. I did that with the ECU, the one for the earlier B18s, but B18 nonetheless. Nothing. And I'm like, you know what? Let me just try my other ECU. Went, installed the ECU, did it, and I was getting fuel pressure now. So the other ECU might be bad, and there might have been something holding this engine back from running. I was gonna go to checking spark, but I'm like, you know what? That's a little easier. Let me first check if I have fuel. I do now with the ECU, so let's try and see if this thing will start. I think the next thing to go check is if we have spark or not. So I'm gonna check that next and get back with you guys. Right, that puts us at another step closer. We're getting right there. I can feel it. Now that we have spark, I know I have fuel. Compression tested all right. Next is I'm gonna assemble this back and see what happens. What's the next thing to diagnose? So caution my fingers. Now that we have spark, let's hope we can do something with it. This might be a little loud considering there's no exhaust on it. We are alive, baby. It's alive, it's alive, it's alive. I turned it off because something fell right now. This right here, it started hitting the belt. Obviously, you don't want that. Let's get that back on. Like that. But we are running. Alright guys, we are running officially. I thought I had timed this. Guess it got loose. Hopefully it's alright. I'm gonna mess with the tensioner. But man, we are on. We are on. That feels amazing. Coolant, it said, so it did go down a little bit. Obviously I left it off because you do have to bleed obviously the whole cooling system. Next is definitely figuring out the timing belt, getting that a little tighter on. Downpipe goes down right there. I just need to know how to sneak it through all the stuff right here because I have a bunch of stuff in the way. For this video, the final update, we did a lot. It's a lot to take in one video. I'm gonna see how I shorten it up, but let's kind of sum up here what we did. So like I mentioned, I still have to top off the coolant. I have to tension this. I bought an aftermarket tensioner that bolts, I believe it's here or here, and a little wheel comes into here. That gets here soon in the next few days. I also finally got the half shaft ordered, so that should also get here in the next couple days. So this is where we're gonna leave off for now. So just thank you guys so much for watching and supporting me through, you know, this awesome journey with this car. I'm really excited to finally be able to get to drive it with that axle coming in. If I can figure this out completely, we should have it drop down 3 to 4 weeks max a month. It should be ready to take it tuned. I have some really cool stuff planned for that day for you guys. Surprise guest. Hopefully, if everything goes to plan, we're gonna have some cool people here to tag along for the tune day. Can't wait for that. But obviously, we still have a lot of work in front of us. So again, just thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you on part 2 of the swap. Peace.